Absolutely. We got the young gun Lucas Werner in the chat. Lucas, what's up, my man? I hope you got your sound on. You were in the finals with Mr. Ryan Lynham of the 10-ball tournament this past Sunday. Came up just a bit short. I know you defeated him in the first round of the finals, and he was able to come back and beat you the second time around. Hope to see you back again soon.
There's another good shooter, Lucas.
Yeah, Lucas, he's pretty powerful, I'll say.
Young kid, great shooter, has a lot of potential.
Oh, absolutely. We can't wait to see what Lucas is capable of in the coming years.
True.
So, Channing, we had a couple of conversations. You know, we were talking about you and how you came onto the scene recently in the area. So we know you spent some time in Vegas, and you're originally from Connecticut, is that right?
Yes, I am.
All right, so you're from Connecticut. You spent some time in Vegas. I know you mentioned to me in the past that you've mostly been a bar table player.
Yes.
That's been most of what you've played on. What can you tell us about the transition to the 9-footers? I mean, obviously the competition's going to be a little different, and you know, like what are the challenges you're facing? You know, translating into the 9-footers.
Well, for one, my stroke. I got to learn the stroke. 9-foot table is all about stroke, line in the pocket, dead center.
Yeah, on the bar tables, you know, you can actually shoot the ball into the hole, whereas on the 9-foot tables, you kind of need to contact the ball where it needs to be contacted and allow the ball to just kind of roll in on its own.
Yes.
Put the ball where it needs to be to make the thing happen. Is how I like to say that. But you know, it seems like you're coming along. You know, when you first came out to the Wednesday night action, you know, you started off a little shaky, not really comfortable on the tables, but you've been coming pretty consistently, and you've cashed a few times in this event.
Yes.
Did you came in third before, I believe, right?
Yes, about 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago. All right. But, you know, it's definitely showing. I try to explain to the players that may be a little intimidated by being in this room, and also by the players that, you know, compete in this room, that, you know, you just got to continue to do it. You got to show up, and you got to, you know, put up your $20 or whatever it is, and you got to say, hey, I'm gonna come here. I'm going to learn something. I'm going to get my feet wet and get on the horse and see if I can compete. And if you do that for a while, I promise you will see results.
I'm starting to see results. For $20, it's well worth it. I get to watch some great shooters. I get to watch what they do with the cue ball. I can learn, and they're all very nice. They're all very helpful.
Yeah, you know, I've mentioned this in the past where good players want more good players, whereas the players that aren't very good, they are the ones that are rooting for you to scratch and hope that you dog and all that type of stuff. And you know, the players here on a Wednesday at Snookers, I mean, if you miss a shot during a match with someone, or you do something kind of funny and it costs you the match or it costs you the rack or whatever it is, after the rack is over or after the match is over, if you ask that player, you know, hey Joey, or hey Ryan, you know, what do you think I should have done in the 7? They are not going to say, I'm not telling you nothing. They're going to say, oh, well, see, this is what you would have wanted to do here, or hey, I would have probably done it in this way. And they'll help you out and they'll give you some advice. And those things are going to help you along the way. I mean, I'm sure you've experienced that here.
Well, yeah, a few minutes ago with Joey shooting, when I was cammering off the 3 to try to make the 5, he says, you messed up right there. And I said, what did I do? He goes, you should have banked the 3. You bank the 3, the 4 was in the side, and 5 was in the corner. He goes, by going for that carom, he says it screwed up your game. You should have banked it, and you've been shooting well. So he helped me out right there. You know.
Yeah, right there.
Make
so
a decision.
Right. So when that situation presents itself again, guess what I think Channing's going to do? He's probably going for the bank.
Yes, I am.
Absolutely. So, folks, again, if you think you're not good enough, or you're intimidated, or whatever it may be, please give it a second thought. And please just come on down, give it a shot. I mean, you're going to see results.
I'm scared. I was scared of 9-footers. Now I'm enjoying them.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the game. I'm learning. My game's progressing. And I notice when I'm playing on bar box tables for my other league, my stroke's just coming to me now.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the 9-foot table game and that stroke definitely translates to a bar table. However, the bar table stroke and the bar table game does not translate to a 9-foot table very well. It doesn't really translate the same way.
Joey missing that one ball.
Yeah, that didn't look like a shot that Joey would normally miss, but I'll tell you what, Ryan's definitely going to make him pay for it.
Oh, yes, he is.
Ryan's been doing fantastic. One thing I wanted to mention, Ryan Lynham is actually being inducted into the New England Pool and Billiards Hall of Fame this year.
Congratulations.
So, yes, big congratulations to Ryan. He's always been an active player, active advocate, always rallying the players to get involved and things like that. He's performed well, finished very high in a lot of events. He's probably got the record for the most APA best of the best wins. I mean, he's got a ton of plaques. I think he's in the neighborhood of 40 plaques, not all wins, not all championships, but like runner-ups and things like that.
Yeah.
But he's probably got like 30 or 40 of those plaques in the Rhode Island APA. So, I mean, he's just been a great competitor in the area. So congratulations to Ryan. And that ceremony is actually going to be March 1st. That's here at Snookers. We will be streaming that event. And we are going to have a very special challenge match that night. So if you can make it down to Snookers, I would definitely tell you, be down here. We're going to give away a lot of cool stuff, such as entries into the Hall of Fame tournament, which is the very next day, the 2nd and 3rd of March.
Rattled the 7 ball.
Oof. The 2nd and 3rd of March is the Hall of Fame tournament, which is run by Mike Zuglin in conjunction with Snookers. And that event is an open event. Same. It's a Joss Tour event, but it's in conjunction with the Hall of Fame ceremony and all.
Oh,
so
have to check that out.
Yep, definitely check that out. That's going to be a great one. Let's see. James O'Connell in the chat. Is Kenny Wellman in the Hall of Fame? I do not recognize the name, but that does not mean he's not in there. I would have to verify that, but I do not know if he is in there. But I do know Ryan Lynham is being inducted this year. Also, Tom Bertrand. Tom Bertrand, who we saw earlier on the stream, he is being inducted this year as well. Ryan actually learned the game of pool from Tommy. And, you know, it's really cool. Ryan was asked to be inducted, and he said,
"Oh, nice shot."
Yeah, that was a
little bit of masse around the 9 ball.
Yeah, that was a very strong shot. But, you know, Ryan's getting inducted the same time as Tommy, which is a very cool thing. Ryan basically felt that he needed to wait for Tommy to be inducted as well. He didn't want to go in before Tommy. So he waited until that. Yeah, that's respect right there. Ryan wouldn't have came into the game the way he did unless Tommy was there to show him the ropes and all that. So very much respect to these two guys. All right, so back to the action here. Joe Dupuis breaking in rack number 3. We got a 1-to-1 game in a race to 3. And we got 1 ball down on the break. Clear shot at the 1. With the speed of the table here, he's going to have to go back and forth 3 to 4 rails if he's going to stay on that 2 ball. I don't know if he's
a little defense, yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Oh.
Wow, he was able to hold that. That was pretty insane. I didn't think he would be able to do that, to be honest. That was pretty controlled. Tell you what, I really love it when a player like Joey or Ryan really they just start feeling the table out, and they know the speed, and they can really feel what's going on, because you get to see some amazing pool being played.
Yes, you do, and that's when you play these gentlemen, you don't want them to get in a stroke. You need to do everything in your power to not let them get in stroke as a weaker player.
Yeah, and not let them see the table. You know, it was unfortunate what happened there. When Joey shot the 4 ball there, he was trying to move the 6 ball out of the way. He nudged it just a hair, but it didn't open up the way he wanted it to. So that's putting him at a disadvantage here. Now he's looking to kick to a combination here. He's really between a rock and a hard place. He doesn't have a very clear-cut way to execute here. But you're going to see Joey, he may have to masse. I'm not sure exactly how much the 8 ball is blocking, but He's going to have to spin that ball. He's trying to send it down into the 6 ball to combinate with the 7. And he's changed his plan of attack. He went with the kick. Went with the 2-rail kick. And he left Ryan a clear shot to the side pocket. So I don't see him having any issues here. Yeah, he's going to take rack number 3, I'm sure. Pending there are no unforeseen crazy bumps, rolls, etc., etc.
I think he's going to do 2 rails back behind the 9.
I think he might actually just go straight. And there he goes. Bing, bing. Right underneath. Good call, Channing. Don't want to be straight on the rail here. You want to be off the rail just a bit, and he is. That's going to be enough. Shooting into the 9-ball pocket of doom. Can he pass it? He does. So we talked about that pocket over the weekend in the tournament. That pocket there lost more racks for people than you would imagine. For some reason, they shoot it up in that hole, and they're like, wait a minute. That's supposed to go in. I always make that shot.
Yeah, this weekend you shot awesome.
Thank you very much. I had some good focus for the most part, and eventually my focus ran out. Just, you know, the circumstances in the room. I really couldn't focus my final match with Clyde there. You know, I'm not trying to take anything away. Clyde shot great, but, you know, I had some good focus this weekend. I played pretty well. I'm happy with the performance there. Obviously, everybody wants to go a little bit further, but
true.
You know,
7th and 8th though, I would
yeah,
take that.
yeah, I would say so. Yeah, 112 players come 7th, 8th. That's not so shabby. That's all right. And I lost my second match, so I think I had to win like 8 in a row or something like that on the one-loss side. Played a lot of really top players and
Kerry McCuff.
Yep,
Played
Kerry, Sam with Sam, Billy the Kid.
Billy the Kid.
I had to come back Sunday morning to play Billy the Kid. How's that for your coffee?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, yeah, I'll have a coffee and a one-loss side match with Billy the Kid.
I was
first
watching
thing
your
in the morning.
matches all weekend.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't mention this, but you actually owned me in that points player auction, and you got a couple of points based on my wins, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, you got a couple of points there. So goodbye, my friend. Glad for the confidence. I appreciate it.
Well, I watched you.
Yeah.
I watched you shoot. I watched you practice.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I know it's funny, you know, you call it practice, but, you know, I may hit balls once in a while on a Wednesday night, you know, towards the end of the night or something like that. Maybe a little bit before the tournament or something, but that's kind of all. I know I was able to come down Friday night a little bit, and that was really the only time I've had to get on the tables here and really start to fire a little bit. So played a couple of 3-way matches, and I believe I had I played 2 3-way matches with a couple of players from out of town, and then I played just 5 a game, you know, with another player, and that was really just the only practice I had. But it was nice to get on the table, and the game is kind of fresh to me when you don't play as often.
Yes.
I feel like it's really exciting, like even just the simple roll in the side and the ball's hanging.